Hello North Country and welcome to Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State for Section 7 Class B Volleyball Championships. It's the finals and you don't have to look twice. It's Plattsburgh High School and Beekmantown Central School. Year after year, over the last several years, these two teams have battled in the Class B championship game. They alternate championships, and the defending champs are Beekmantown Central School. So, let's see what happens this year, 2008-2009 season for volleyball in the North Country. Beekmantown with an undefeated season through the CVAC, and they have to come up with a big win today against the challenges of Plattsburgh High School. Beekmantown defeated Plattsburgh High School twice during their regular season play, and I will talk with Pete McMillan in depth about this, but so often what has happened in the North Country is that when teams are pretty evenly competitive, if one of the teams wins the two CVAC games, the other team wins the sectional title. And that's just because it's very difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season when the teams are very competitive and evenly matched. So we look forward to a great matchup of Plattsburgh High School and the defending champs, Beekmantown Central. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network, and I will be joined with the play-by-play by none other than Pete McMillan.
Well, Foxy, here we are again. I was thinking about this, and I don't think deja vu fits this because it's been about 6, I don't know how many times you and I find ourselves at Memorial doing a Class B final with Plattsburgh and Beekmantown. And here we are again, 2009 Class B final in Memorial Hall.
Both schools, such great programs, great traditions in volleyball, great coaches, and what more can you say? We're ready for this one. I'm here for the long haul.
Well, you and I learned real early on the plan for the long haul, because rarely do these matches go quickly. Real quick, our officials tonight, up on top, the R1, will be Eric O'Connell. The R2 on the floor will be Jackie Wheeling. Again, in sectional play, we have lines people. In the far corner to my left will be Darlene Burnham, and over here to my right will be Craig Gilchie. Lines people make it real handy. It allows the R1 on that chair to stay with the net in case there's any contact. The lines people will take care of all the calls going wrong. I actually was noticing today in the paper, it was a real nice write-up showing this long-standing battle these two schools have in volleyball. It seems like they almost go back and forth, taking turns winning it. But these two names have been synonymous in Class B finals.
Let's mention the coaches as well.
Real quick for Beekmantown, Shannon Heilman is the head coach. I think she's assisted by her sister, Kaylin Fassett. Her JV coach is Maureen Pergassi, okay? Yep. And also assisted is Ashley Denny. Plattsburgh head coach for a couple of years is Vicki McMillan, assisted by I'm drawing a blank on Elizabeth Tregan, and the JV coach is Jody Emery, excuse me. Plattsburgh is served first here. Beekmantown playing a free ball, but just a little short. Plattsburgh jumps out. I'm not going to beat this term of momentum into the ground, but I got to mention it at least once. You'll notice it throughout tonight how big a part momentum will play. Emery to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown on attack, going outside to Cummings, and Harrigan couldn't get that up, and it's side out to Beekmantown.
Right away, a little razzmatazz.
And both teams want to go to their strengths, and without question, Rosie Cummings is the backbone of this team. Plattsburgh with a free ball over. Beekmantown looks to set up. Going to Cummings in the middle. Partially blocked by Gist. Again, Harrigan couldn't quite get that up point. Beekmantown. This is Katowski serving for Beekmantown. Good serve. And that good serve forced up that bad pass, which set Cummings up. A lot of that came out of that good serve of Katowski's. Beekmantown up 3-1 early. Katowski to serve for Beekmantown. Plattsburgh looking to go to Harrigan. And that's a little long. Again, any lead's a good lead, but you want to be the one that gets it first here tonight. Seems to take the pressure off you. Katowski for Beekmantown. Beekmantown looked to set up, going outside to Harrigan. Beekmantown going to set up here. Free ball over. Plattsburgh on the attack. And that's a push by Gist. Beekmantown looking to set outside. Plattsburgh, Fisher. All right, Beekmantown wants to go hard in the middle. Cummings, big hit by Cummings. Again, I know Coach McMillan doesn't want to play too many free balls over because sooner or later they're going to set up number 5, and if she gets enough swings at it, you're probably not going to return it. Katowski on a bit of a run here for Beekmantown, up 5-1. Good pass here. Back set to Gist. Gist with a nice play by the libero. Barnes. Oh, another nice shot. Barnes is a defensive specialist for Beekmantown, and she's in that back row for just that reason. You find you don't get a lot of easy points with Beekmantown. Plattsburgh to serve, Gist.
And which Gist is this?
This is Rochelle Gist. Soft serve over. Beekmantown setting outside to Cummings. A nice play by Harrigan to get that ball over. There's a dump and not covered. Again, Cookie saw an opening there and dumped it in. First substitute tonight here for Beekmantown. Lucia in for that front row. And this is Kluke to serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going out to Hoops. Lucia, a little tight there. That set carried her out a little wide. Tough chance for her. And it is Fisher, I believe, for Plattsburgh serving, trailing 3-6. Both these teams trying to get into a rhythm here. Good cover by Harrigan. Lucia on the outside. Again, good cover by Harrigan again. Going middle of Hoops. Good cover by both teams here. Again, they're going to try to make both of themselves, each other work hard. Here's Cummings in the middle. Bit of a miss hit. Oh, nice try. Bit of a miss hit there. Still effective. And Cummings to serve. Beekmantown leading 7-3. Cummings, as well the rest of her game, a good server. Plattsburgh on the attack, going outside the Hoops. Hoops a little short on that. And again, when you get that good pass, you want to make the most of it. Cummings, good serve, nice play by Ribideau. And we have Plattsburgh in the net.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was number 3 for Plattsburgh. Hemingway, not sure if it was going to go over or not.
Broccoli.
Oh, Broccoli. Oh, that is, yep. Tight set. Harrigan with a dump. Nice play. Again, Harrigan had a double block in front of her. She dumped it over and had a little bit of room on the other side.
Just a little player report here. Plattsburgh playing it without Gisela Gist.
Right.
And Beekmantown, several players fighting the flu bug, but they are in uniform.
Right. Ribideau to serve for Plattsburgh. This will be a free ball over. Beekmantown or Plattsburgh. Just a miscue there. When you get that free ball like that, you want to set up and have a good swing at it. Plattsburgh didn't have a good attack on that one. Side out. Lapham to serve. Beekmantown leading 10-4. Good serve by Lapham. This is going to be a free ball by Plattsburgh. And again, there's that hole that Lapham will try to dump it into from time to time. Oh, nice play right there to get that back. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to Fisher. Fisher dumps. Beekmantown covered that well. And this will be a free ball by Beekmantown. Or by Plattsburgh, excuse me. Beekmantown on the attack. And a little wide. And that was spottable. Middle hitter for Beekmantown. Went to cut that a little bit and just hit it wide. I take it back. I didn't see the call. It must have been touch, is what he called. Good play by Gist to get that over. Gonna go middle is spawnable. And a free ball again. And again, Plattsburgh doesn't want to keep playing free balls over. And that back zone has been open. There's a decision teams have to make, and it's about athleticism. If you're going to cover your blockers and come up, you are susceptible to them dumping it deep. We have timeout. The first one of this first set, Plattsburgh with Beekmantown leading 12-4.
Just got a good shot of some of the cheering section for Beekmantown Central. Some of the moms over there having a great time.
Oh, I thought you meant the colorful crew down here in the lower.
Let's show those guys too.
Those are the sons maybe of some of those moms. All right, we have time in. Beekmantown serving, leading 12-4. Lapham to serve. Good serve by Lapham. Going to be a free ball over Beekmantown on the attack. Beekmantown dumps it. And another dump. And again, both these teams want to attack. They don't want to keep pushing the ball. They want to get an offensive rhythm here. Plattsburgh, middle hit. And we're going to call that a lift. Side out Plattsburgh. And that's what these teams want to get into. Neither of these teams are the kind of team that just want to play a free ball over. They want to set the ball up and they want to go after it. Hoops to serve for Plattsburgh, trailing 5-12. Tough one down the line. Good serve by Hoops. And again, Coach McMillan calling where she wants this serve. Beekmantown going to go middle. No, outside. Lucia dumps. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to go middle. No, outside to Emery. Beekmantown. Tight to the net. Again, both teams a little cautious here. A little cautious here. Side out. Beekmantown serving now. And this is Momont serving for Beekmantown. Plattsburgh looking to set something up. And again, another free ball. Back set to Katowski. Beekmantown going middle to Gist, and Gist dumps. And Rabideau plays that. Plattsburgh will play a free ball over. Both these teams got cautious all of a sudden. You know, that might have been long, but if you're going to get in a rhythm and you're going to try to get in sync, you got to take a swing at the ball when it's there for you. And Rochelle Gist a good enough hitter, she'll pull that in eventually. Momont to serve. Oh, off the hands of Plattsburgh's point Beekmantown with a rather sizable lead, 15 serving 6.
MoMA is just a sophomore.
Yes, she is. And a little wide. And Fisher in. And this is Bacali serving for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown on the attack. Going to the middle to Katowski. Nice play by Hoops. Beekmantown going to go outside. And good cover by Katowski on that. Oh, nice block by Gist. Nice block by Gist. Plattsburgh is looking to try to steal some momentum here anywhere they can and build on it. We're calling the serve, trailing 8-15. This will be a free ball by Beekmantown. Plattsburgh on the attack. And a big hit by Gist. Again, you never know where that momentum will start from or where it'll come from and how much it'll mean. So you look to try to grab it wherever you can. That was a big hit by Gist. Maybe they can build on that. 9 serving 15. Bacali. Lapham. Back set to Cummings. Plattsburgh on the attack. Big hit by Gist. And again, they'd like nothing better than to get her on track. Bacali to serve for Plattsburgh. Again, another free ball by Beekmantown. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going to go middle to Gist. And that's long. Gist wanted to force that back section, but a little too deep. Side out to Beekmantown. Libero back in, number 20, Barnes for Beekmantown. Going to serve, leading 16-10. Good serve by Barnes. Plattsburgh going middle to Gist. And a little wide. A good swing at it.
And I want to say her name correctly, Kelsey, because last time we covered it, I think we called her Kelly. But it's Kelsey Barnes. Make no mistake about it.
Oh, good serve by Kelsey Barnes. Forcing a miscue. And Beekmantown takes an 18-10 lead. Barnes to serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Gonna go middle. No, outside to Fisher. Just a little outside. Good serve by Barnes. Good pass. Good block by Cummings right there. Looked like Bacali wanted to dump that, and Cummings read that and made a nice defensive play. Barnes serving. Oh, a little miscue. And we're going to have a sub here for Plattsburgh. McMahon coming in. Again, I think another sophomore, but a good defensive player. Barnes serving. Going to test her out right away. Going middle two. Good swing by Gist. Emery to serve for Plattsburgh, trailing 11-21, set one of this best out of 5 series. Beekmantown looking to set up. Going to play a free ball over. Plattsburgh looking to set something up. Good play by Harrigan. Harrigan penetrated real well that time, got to the ball first. Emery serving. And that's going to carry a little long.
You're watching Section 7 Class B Volleyball Finals from Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State.
Katowski to serve for Beekmantown. Up by 10 in set 1. Plattsburgh looking to set something up. Beekmantown, good defensive coverage. Good play, cover that there. Tight to the net here. Plattsburgh with a free ball. Beekmantown going middle. Nice play to get that up by Hoops. Nice try right there by Plattsburgh. Point Beekmantown leading 23-12 and really having it their way in set 1. Katowski, good serve. Back set to Gist. And a little long. Actually, what it calls a touch on that one. So I believe Cummings got a piece of the ball in the attempted block, and it's point Beekmantown. With Gist to serve, trailing 13-23. Served by Gist. Free ball over. Plattsburgh trying to set something up, and they'll probably have a free ball. And again, Beekmantown calling for a 2 to try to make it look like they're going to set up a attack, but really they wanted to try to drop that in that back zone. Just a little long by Lapa. Gets to serve for Plattsburgh. Tough serve. Good pass. Oh, a big hit by Cummings. And that's where she's probably the most effective, is on that outside attack.
Is she a junior or a senior?
Senior. And that outside attack is where she's most effective. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Oh, I think what they call the back row attack on that. I think Olivia Harrigan is a back row player, and on that dump she jumped a little, and she's already 6 foot. So that was point Beekmantown. Set Beekmantown 25-14 of this best of 5 Class B final.
While we peruse the crowd, and it's a nice crowd here today, both sides of the gym, we want to tell you about the Champlain Valley Volleyball Camp, 2 sessions, July 27th through the 31st, August 3rd through the 7th. The July 27th week, ages 9 to 14, and August 3rd week, ages 15 to 19, held at Plattsburgh State in this Memorial Hall. Information, contact Dina O'Connell, 518 area code 569-5142, or email O'Connell, no wait a minute, I'll tell you, OCONNEDQ at plattsburgh.edu. But it's the volleyball camp this summer, held here at Memorial Hall. I'm Foxy Gagnon, and we are North Country Cable Network. Pete McMillan with the play-by-play call. Pete and I have worked many years, through the years, many times, and of late the championship game has been Beekmantown and Plattsburgh. If I remember correctly, Beekmantown, the defending champs, last year they swept Plattsburgh, I think it was, 3-0. So Coach Vicki McMillan, hoping to avoid that, she'll have her ladies pumped up for this one, because this is the very important set number 2 coming up. Back to Pete McMillan.
We're back in here, Foxy. Set 2. Beekmantown to serve first. Barnes to serve. And Plattsburgh looking to try to get something going a little earlier and not have that big lead get on them. Plattsburgh on the attack. This is going to be tough here and not a little short. Point, Beekmantown. Good hustle by Plattsburgh on that one. Nice block at the net by Cummings. Barnes serving. Gonna go middle to Gist. Oh, a little mistimed by Gist right there. Point, Beekmantown. Barnes with a serve. Very consistent server, Barnes is. Gonna go middle to Gist. And she's gonna dump it long. Barnes with a good serve. Plattsburgh with a free ball over. Not quite over. A try by Gist, a little tight there. We're going to have a sub here to try to break this rhythm. Beekmantown out to a 4-0 lead, and Coach McMillan does not want to see a big lead again. In rally scoring, it's tough to come from behind. Good serve by Barnes.
Barnes had a nice run in the first set. Now she's doing it in the second.
I think she is one of their best servers. She's very consistent, has good pace on the ball, moves it around. Beekmantown looking to set up, be a free ball. Plattsburgh looking to set something up. Going back set to Emery. Beekmantown outside. Oh, just missed time. Missed time by Klukia in that one. Emery to serve, trailing 1-5, and again they want to get momentum soon. Beekmantown on the attack, going outside to Cummings. This time that a little bit. Emery to serve. And Mormont to Lapham. Here's a free ball over. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going out. Oh! That was sort of an in-between one. I don't think either Gist or Harrigan knew who that was going to be for. Side out to Beekmantown. 6-2 lead with Katoski to serve. Good pass. Plattsburgh going to set outside to Harrigan. Harrigan with a big hit. Harrigan with a big hit. That they need to continue to put pressure on this Beekmantown defense. They're going to get back in this. They have Rochelle Gist to serve for Plattsburgh, trailing 3-6. Good serve. Kind of a free ball over here by Beekmantown. Let's see what Plattsburgh does with it. Gonna go middle to Hoops. Nice hit by Hoops. And right now with the lineup Beekmantown has out there, Cummings is really the only blocker they have. So I'm sure Plattsburgh may be trying to go away from her for the attack. Gets to serve. And it's going to be another free ball over. Plattsburgh gets a chance to set up. Oh, tight. Nice play by Harrigan. Gonna go middle, but here's a free ball. Let's see what Beekmantown does with it. Lapham's going to go to Cummings. Nice play by Harrigan. Oh, and that's in the net. Beekmantown gets a little bit more height in that front row with Lucia up there now. A little bit bigger in that front row now. Beekmantown leading 7-4. Going outside the hoops. Big hit by Hoops. Big hit by Hoops. They need her on track. She's a senior, and they need her on track if they're going to get back in this. Fisher serving for Plattsburgh. This is a free ball over to Plattsburgh. See what they do with it. And we have... That looked like it was Bacali in the net getting that set. It was a little tight. Side out to Beekmantown with Cummings to serve, leading 8-5. Good serve by Cummings. Free ball over. Beekmantown's going to set up. And they'll play a free ball over. A little wide by Cummings, side out. Plattsburgh with some substitutions. And we have Rebidu to serve for Plattsburgh, trailing 6-8. Plattsburgh on the attack, going back to Lucia. Lucia with a dump. Plattsburgh going to set middle to Hoops. Hoops with a good swing at it. Nice play by Law. Beekmantown dumps it. Trying to catch Plattsburgh up tight. Here's a free ball over. Beekmantown on the attack. Going to go outside to Lucia. And a little short. Good scramble by both teams right there. And Rebidu to serve for Plattsburgh. Good serve by Rebidu. And we are tied in set 2 for the first time, I think, at 8-8. Rebidu to serve. Served by Rebidu. That could be over. And we have Beekmantown in the net.
That's Plattsburgh's first lead today.
I think it is. And I'm sure she wants to build on this. Rebidu serving. Served by Rebidu. Beekmantown going back to Lucia. Lucia with cross court. Cross court attack is an effective attack, but the court gets rather short in a hurry. That had dropped in. They would have had it by the Plattsburgh defense, but it was a little wide. Rebidu serving. We could have a free ball over, and that's going to be long. Again, Lapham trying to catch Plattsburgh up tight and dump it over him, and she did, but just ran out of court. Rebidu serve, leading 11-8. Oh, a little tight by Rebidu. Side out Plattsburgh. Beekmantown with Lapham to serve, trailing 9-11. Good serve by Lapham. Plattsburgh looking to set up to Hoops. Beekmantown on the attack, going to Lucia. Good hit by Lucia. A little too tight to the net for that play. Beekmantown on the with the serve, Lapham to serve. Good serve. Good pass by Lapham. Looking to set up out to Emery. Good cover right there by Lapham. A little tight to the net. And number 2. Looks like that might have been spawnable in the net. That sends Hoops back to serve for Plattsburgh, leading 12-10. And Hoops is wide, and you cannot have those kind of errors in a tight match like this. MoMA in for Beekmantown. Nice play by Hoops. Free ball over by Plattsburgh. Beekmantown on the attack. Plattsburgh looking to set something up. Going middle with Gist. Oh, Gist with a nice little dump. Just over the top of Spawnable. We have Fisher back in for the front row. And Bacali back to serve. Beekmantown in the middle, going to dump. Plattsburgh looking to set up outside to Emery. Emery with a dump. Here's Spawnable. And we're going to call that 4. Plattsburgh sneaks out to a 14-11 lead. Bacali to serve. Beekmantown looking to set something up. Going outside to Emery. Good hit by Emery. Beekmantown will have a free ball to play over here. Plattsburgh's looking to set up. Going to go middle to Gist. Nice play by Cummings to keep that ball alive. There's a dump. Oh! Cookie had a dump, and because it got a piece of the Plattsburgh player, it fell just short of anybody being able to get it up. Side out to Beekmantown with Barnes, the effective server that she was the first go-around, back there for Beekmantown. She goes down the line, which is an effective spot because Coach McMillan just shifted her service receive a little bit to try to maybe make up for that line serve. And she went there again. Oh, tough serve. We're tied at 14 here in set 2. Beekmantown with a serve. Barnes for Beekmantown serving. Tough serve. And again, the pass just too tight to the net. And we got a timeout, Plattsburgh, here in set 2 with Beekmantown leading 15-14. We're back in. Barnes to serve for Beekmantown. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to have to be a free ball over. Beekmantown on the attack. Going middle to Cummings. And off Revenue. And again, Barnes, as she did the first time around, has ran off about 4 or 5 pads. Barnes to serve. Very effective server. Forces that tough pass. Not a bad idea, just a little long. Just try to dump it over that Beekmantown defense, but she also ran out of court. Beekmantown out to a 17-14 lead. Barnes behind the serving of Barnes. A little miscue by Fisher in the back. But Barnes doesn't give you much room. She is going to put pressure on you. And again, bad pass. Good carry by, or a good hit by Fisher. Side out to Plattsburgh, trailing 15-18.
Biggest thing about that is you get Barnes out of the service area.
Yeah. Emery to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown on the attack. Going to go outside to Cummings. And Cummings tries to dump. Going to go middle to Harrigan. Harrigan off the block and down.
Undefeated Beekmantown. Want to make sure we've said that. I'm not sure if we did, but.
Emery to serve. Off Kluge. Well, not only undefeated, Foxy, I think they only lost 4 sets all year. So most of their matches were 3-0.
Oh my, that's almost illegal.
I almost want to say the only team to take a set from them has been Plattsburgh. Nice cover by Bacali. Here's Cummings in the middle. Good block by Harrigan. And I tell you what, you can build momentum off a hit, and you can build it off a big block. Either one could get a team fired up, and we are tied at 18 right now with Emery to serve. Served by Emery. Beekmantown with a free ball over here. Oh, little miscue there. Little miscue there.
Have the rules eased up on coaches? I thought 10 years ago when we started covering this, coaches had to be seated, the team had to be seated.
Yeah, no, they have. They've allowed them. I think that's come from college. They tend to follow some of the trends college does. This is a free ball over by Beekmantown, almost for a point. That's a tight play right there. Plattsburgh on the attack. Beekmantown looking to set up outside the Kluke. Plattsburgh. Nice play to keep the ball alive. Harrigan trying to put it deep. Beekmantown middle with Cummings. She dumps. And there's that hole right there. Of course, the Plattsburgh defense is backing up a little bit for the big hit. And when she dumps it in there, there's a natural pocket for him. McMahon came in for Plattsburgh. This is going to be a free ball over. Beekmantown on the attack. Without a doubt going to set up Cummings. But we have Cummings in the net. Yeah, her follow through. The hit was clean up top. I think as she was coming down, she contacted the net. Plattsburgh with the serve. Gist to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown looking to set up, and we're going to call that too. And we want a timeout. Beekmantown coach Heilman does to talk this over in set 2 with Plattsburgh leading 21-19. All right, we're back here, set 2. Plattsburgh serving, leading 21-19. Gist to serve. Good serve, good pass. Lap him outside to Cummings. Cummings with a big hit. Nice play by Gist. Plattsburgh on the attack, going to Hoops. Hoops puts the ball down. That's just a nice clean rally. Both teams had a good setup and a good attack. Plattsburgh pulled off a defensive play. Beekmantown just short of it. Gets to serve. Oh, tough serve by Gist. Lapham keeps it in play. It'll be a free ball. Plattsburgh will look to set up on this now. We're going to go middle to Harrigan. Harrigan off the block. Beekmantown wants a dump. Oh! And again, Lapham sets that up real well. They all look for that big hit by Cummings coming up, and they take their eyes off the setter. Beekmantown with a serve, trailing 20-22. This is Kluke, I think.
Yep.
Gonna go outside the Hoops, off the block. We're gonna call that a carry. Off Lucia. Cummings got a piece of that hit, but not enough of it. And we have Fisher serving. We got timeout, Beekmantown. Coach Heilman wants to stop this momentum and see if she can't put a little ice on Fisher before she serves, leading 23-20. We're back in here, Foxy. Set 2. Plattsburgh leading 23-20. Fisher to serve for Plattsburgh. Oh, this is going to lead to a free ball here, which will give Plattsburgh a chance to set up. McCauley going to go middle to Harrigan. And Harrigan, wide. Not a bad idea, just a little wide. Plattsburgh looking for a touch on that, but Mr. O'Connell did not see one. Cummings to serve for Beekmantown. Good server. McCauley going to go outside the hoops. Cummings to serve, trailing 22-23. Good serve here. McCauley going to go outside the hoops. Beekmantown going to go to Lucia. And she dumps it. Nice play. Oh, just a joust at the net there. Both teams just knocking it back. Harrigan with a nice attack. Beekmantown with a free ball. Tight to the net. Going to play a free ball over. This is tight here. Harrigan with a dunk. Boy, when you get that play at the net, it certainly doesn't hurt to be 6 foot. I'll tell you that, Foxy. I think it was just the fact Harrigan was just that much taller. She got to the ball first. So we have 24 serving 22. Revenue to serve for Plattsburgh. Served by Revenue. Plattsburgh looking to set up to Lucia. Lucia dumps it. And again, finding that opening. Lapham, very good server for Beekmantown, trailing 23-24 to serve. Good serve by Lapham. Oh, off the back row button out. We are tied at 24. We have timeout Plattsburgh, and again, old Mr. Momentum now seeing his shift back to Beekmantown, tied up at 24 in set 2. We're back in here, Foxy. We're tied at 24 in set 2. Lapham to serve for Beekmantown. Good serve by Lapham. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to go back to Hoops. Hoops just puts it down. Side out to Plattsburgh.
And we didn't mention, I don't think, you have to win by 2.
That's correct, Foxy. You got to win by 2. Hoops to serve. Plattsburgh leading 25-24. Served by Hoops. Beekmantown on the attack. Going to go to Sponable. Off the block. And Gist got a lot of that, but not enough of it to keep it in. We got Momont in for Lucia. Momont to serve. Tied at 25. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to go middle to Gist. Beekmantown covers. Going to set up. Cummings tries to dump it. Plattsburgh going to set up outside to Emery. Oh! And that caught Cookie a little off balance. We got a double hit. Side out Plattsburgh. Substitute here. Fisher into the front row. McCauley to serve. Plattsburgh leading 26-25. Ooh, tough serve. Going back to Sponable. And that's long. That's point. And that's set 2 to Plattsburgh. We are tied at a set apiece in this Class B championship game. Well, we're back in. We're going to start set 3 in a minute. Both teams are getting their lineups checked by Miss Whelan. Make sure they're in the right formation. We're not at a set apiece. We expected no less.
How did that last one end?
20. Oh, I didn't write it down.
27-25.
27-25. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Because we're going to be another hour and a half here.
Oh, minimum here. Are we paid by the hour?
We're not paid.
Emery serving for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown playing a free ball over here. Oh, off the net, which threw everybody off. In for a point. Here's Katowski for Beekmantown, who had been an effective server up to now. Harrigan with the attack, off the block and down. Harrigan starting to be a pivotal player in this match so far. As we saw in the semifinals, she was a very effective hitter. Seemed to get stronger as the game went. Gist to serve for Plattsburgh. We're tied at 1. Oh, he catches a top tape.
Eagle substitution number 7 Evolution.
And I believe this is Kluke for Beekmantown serving. Plattsburgh will play a free ball over here. Beekmantown will look to have an attack. Going to play pitch and catch. Big hit by Cummings. Not a lot you can do with that. Kluke to serve. And there'll be a free ball over. Beekmantown going to set up. Going outside of Lucia. And Lucia dumps it. And Beekmantown easing out to a 4-1 lead. Kluke to serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Gonna go to hoops. Plattsburgh, free ball over. Or Beekmantown, excuse me. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Gonna go middle to Harrigan. Off the block and down. Sometimes that coming off the block delays the ball enough to throw people's timing off. And ends up falling in. We'll have side out to Plattsburgh, trailing 2-4, Fisher to serve. Beekmantown, Lapham with a free ball over. Plattsburgh on the go on the offense. Harrigan, a little off balance. Beekmantown just dumps it. Plattsburgh, Harrigan in the hole. Nice point. I don't want to fail to mention that in the Class C championship, Northern Adirondack, a familiar name, won the Class C championship in a very good 5-set match against Lake Placid. Fisher to serve. Beekmantown going to set up. Cummings. She dumps. Nice play by Bacali. Going to lead to a free ball though. Again, Plattsburgh covers that. A little out of sync here. Beekmantown setting up Lucia. And that's wide. And Plattsburgh got a little out of sync there. Couldn't set anything up. Beekmantown did, just went wide. We are tied at 4 and set 3. Fisher to serve for Plattsburgh. Going to play pitch and catch outside of Lucia. Lucia dumps. And just out. And we are side out to Beekmantown, leading 5-4 with Cummings to serve. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Oh, off the touch. Nice swing by Hoops on that. Revenue back to serve for Plattsburgh. We're tied at 5. Plattsburgh going back to Lucia. And off the hands, Lar, point Beekmantown. This is Lapham to serve for Beekmantown. Good serve by Lapham. This will lead to a free ball. Or not. Little miscue by Plattsburgh with a little late communication. Led to an easy point for Beekmantown. Lapham to serve. This will be a free ball over. Oh, free ball by Beekmantown. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Gonna go middle to hoops. Nice block by Lucia. Beekmantown. Plattsburgh setting outside to Emery. Oh, nice hit by Emery. Down the line.
You're watching the Section 7 Class B volleyball finals from Plattsburgh State Memorial Hall. Pete McMillan with the play-by-play.
We have hoops to serve. Plattsburgh trailing 6-7. Beekmantown looking to set up. Be a free ball. Plattsburgh wanting to create something here. Gist. Not enough room there. Had a double block on her. Momont in for Beekmantown to serve. Beekmantown leading 8-6. Plattsburgh setting up. Going outside to Emery. And I think she caught the antenna. And you touch the antenna at all, it is out. Mr. Hilchey right on that. Momont to serve. Going middle of Gist. Off the block is Spawnable. And we're going to have a free ball, if not over. And Emery into the net. Beekmantown creeps out to a 10-6 lead. Yes, with a big hit. Almost took Spawnable down on that. Spawnable got a lot of it, just not enough to get it back. Side out to Plattsburgh, trailing 7-10. McCauley to serve. Oh, tough serve by McCauley. Tough serve by McCauley. I hadn't seen that before. And apparently Beekmantown hadn't either. Because that caught them a little by surprise. McCauley. This may be a free ball over. Plattsburgh wants to set up an attack. We're going back to Fisher. Beekmantown dumps. Free ball by Plattsburgh. Beekmantown. Got a series of free balls here. And ended with a miscue. Point Plattsburgh. And again, neither of these teams got their records by playing free ball back and forth. They want to set up and hit it. McCauley to serve, trailing 9-10. Oh, that handcuff Momont. Sometimes he serves knuckleball and they'll float, and just when you think you have it lined up, it changes direction on you. We're tied at 10 in set 3. Beekmantown on the attack, going outside. Plattsburgh going to set up middle with Gist. Off the block of Spawnable and down. Again, Spawnable's getting a piece of that, but Gist has a lot of power and it's hard to get that back. Plattsburgh takes the lead. McCauley to serve. Oh, smart play by Lapham. Smart play by the good setters, which there happen to be two good setters that were coaches over here in Beekmantown. The good setters actually look through the net before the pass gets to them to see where that opening is. Barnes to serve for Beekmantown. And we're going middle to Gist, and Gist is long. And again, a real effective server back there now for Beekmantown.
Yes, I was going to point out Kelsey Barnes is back there.
Another good serve. Plattsburgh wants to set up, going to go middle, or no, back to Emery. Nice play by Emery. The very same thing Beekmantown was doing, Plattsburgh also takes advantage of. That's finding that back zone because the defense is pulled up to try to cover the hit. We're tied at 12. Emery to serve. Good serve by Emery. There's going to be a free ball. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Off the block. Beekmantown recovering and dumps it into that back corner. Again, that seems to be more effective than a hit. Is that defense pulled up and dropping it over them. Both teams have taken advantage of that. And here's Katowski, who's been a good server in her own right. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Off McMahon. Now, the reason I mentioned that Beekmantown does tend to turn out some pretty good setters is because the coach and one of the assistant coaches both happen to be All-Americans, which you don't find too often in our area. Katowski to serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Harrigan off the block. Gonna go outside. Kluke. Plattsburgh gonna go middle to Gist. Good cover by Lapham. Another dump. Plattsburgh looking to set up Harrigan, I think. Yes. And a little long. Not a bad idea. Both teams are looking to take advantage of that. Both have gone long and both have gotten points out of it. Plattsburgh trailing 13-14, Gist to serve. Oh, almost called over.
Eagle substitution, number 7, Evolution.
This is Kluke for Beekmantown. This will end up in a free ball for Plattsburgh, giving Beekmantown a chance to attack. Going to go middle to Cummings. And just long. Again, the advantage of the lines people, they are right there. Fisher to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown scrambling. This will be a free ball. Plattsburgh setting up. Going to set outside to Harrigan. Oh, nice play by Harrigan. I believe we are tied at 15. Got a number of ties this match, or set, I mean. Fisher to serve. Okay, going outside to Lucia. Lucia with the attack, good cover. Plattsburgh going middle to Harrigan. Why not? Oh, a little long. She has been one of the most consistent hitters. That time just a little long. Cummings to serve for Beekmantown. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going to hoops. Oh, Lucia got a hand on it. Tough angle right there.
Substitution, number 9, Lyle O'Donnell. Number 16.
We are tied at 16 with Rebidu to serve. Got Beekmantown on the attack. Going to spawnable. Plattsburgh setting up. Hoops with a hit. And this is Lucia. Nice transition. Both teams had nice transition on that, from offense to defense. That was just a little wide by Lucia. Revenue to serve, leading 17-16. Oh, little indecision right there as to whether or not it was going to be out. Good serve by Revenue. And again, most of these are called by Coach McMillan, just as Coach Harmon calls her serves. Beekmantown looking to set up spawnable. Free ball to Beekmantown. Going middle to spawnable. Plattsburgh trying to set up something. Middle of hoops. Little back and forth there. Nobody's setting up. Here we go. Emery goes a tip. And nice try by Lapham, but just a little wide. Plattsburgh creeps out to a 19-16 lead. Revenue to serve. Beekmantown setting up outside of spawnable. And that's going to be 4 because there was no contact. And that's going to be timeout Beekmantown in set 3 with Plattsburgh leading 20-16. Time's in, Foxy. Set 3, Plattsburgh 20, Beekmantown 16. Revenue with a serve. Nice play by Cummings to get that up. Here's a free ball by Beekmantown. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to go middle to hoops. Off the block. Beekmantown covers. Plattsburgh going to set up Emery. Nice try. Oh, tough play. That was almost parallel with the net. Emery took a real tight angle and pulled it off, and it was a real tough ball to play for Beekmantown. Revenue serving. And that's wide, or long I should say. Side out to Beekmantown. Coach Heilman's asked for a lineup check. She wants to make sure she's not going to be out of rotation, because if they are and they blow the whistle, it will be side out and point. Lapham the serve for Beekmantown. Good serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Looks like a free ball. Beekmantown going to set up Katowski. Plattsburgh for the dump. Good cover. Try Katowski again. And she finds the back corner. Beekmantown pulls to 18-21. Lapham to serve. Good serve by Lapham. Plattsburgh going to hoops. And they set up Lucia on this. And still in the point, Plattsburgh. I think Beekmantown thought that might have been down. Good cover by Plattsburgh. This is a free ball over. Beekmantown going to set up Lucia again. Oh, nice play by Lucia. Lucia provided an offensive spark for Beekmantown right when they needed it. Lapham serving. Good serve by Lapham. We're going to call that 2 hits. And Coach McMillan wants a timeout to stop this momentum that Beekmantown has built to bring it back to Beekmantown 20, Plattsburgh 21.
I know you've heard this expression before, but beating Beekmantown in a set is like trying to nail Jell-O to the wall. I know you've heard that before, but it's really true. Plattsburgh's been able to do it once today. And they did it a couple of times during the CBAC season in the 2 matchups, but this Beekmantown team doesn't go away. You can get 3, 4, 5, 6 points on them, or they come back and get right back in it.
Yeah. They serve really consistently, and they play very good defense, so they just don't give you easy points. So everything you get, you tend to have to earn. Where with some of the other schools, there can be unforced errors and you get easy points. You just don't get them against this team. And that's a direct contribution of Coach Heilman. Lapham to serve. McCauley going to set up hoops. Free ball over. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going outside to Emery. And down. Big hit by Emery right there. Plattsburgh with a serve, and it's hoops to serve for Plattsburgh, leading 22-20. Oh, tough serve. Nice play by Kluke. This is Lucia. And there's that number 7 again, who has come on strong. And we got Momon in to serve. Beekmantown trailing 21-22. Good serve by Momon. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to go middle of Gist. Good hit by Gist. They need her to get on fire here. Just like Lucia caught on fire for Beekmantown. Fisher in up front for Plattsburgh. McCauley to serve for Plattsburgh, leading 23-21. Beekmantown on the attack. Going to go middle to Katowski. Nice dump by Katowski. And Beekmantown finds those openings. And guess who's back to serve for Beekmantown?
Oh, wow!
Beekmantown may be trailing 22-23, but if there's anybody they'd want serving, it's Barnes. Plattsburgh looks to set up. Going to go middle to Gist. Going to set up Cummings in the middle. Cummings dumps. In. Now there's a difference. Beekmantown covered that dump by Gist. Plattsburgh wasn't able to cover that dump by Cummings. We got timeout. Plattsburgh. Coach McMillan wants to talk this over. We are tied at 23 in set 3.
Okay, Pete, no break for you.
Okay.
You know both coaches,
Yep.
the head coaches. You know them very well. Even though they don't look at, they're like a generation apart, really. And,
Well, not that. It's a lot closer than you think.
Oh, okay, great. You have to say
I have
that.
to say that.
But tell us a little bit about each coach.
Well, Coach McMillan, I think, has been coaching close to over 25 years in volleyball. I at one time was wondering just what her total win-loss was. And actually did a lot of coaching when Coach Heilman, at that time, Cassette was coming up through playing club volleyball. So, and along the same thing with her sister. So there's a pretty close-knit connection there. They're competitive, don't get me wrong, but there's a close connection. Barnes to serve, we're tied at 23. Plattsburgh on the attack. This is going to be a free ball by, a little tight by Gist. Plattsburgh. A bit of a gift on that one. Beekmantown, 24-23. Could be set point here. Good serve by Barnes. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going outside to Fisher. Fisher off the block. Nice play by Barnes. Plattsburgh looking to cover. Going to set up Fisher again. Beekmantown wants to set up Cummings. She dumps it in, down by Gist. Nice play by Gist. I mean, that's another answer to that dump, is if it's too flat, sometimes the blocker can't get it. And we are tied at 24. Emery to serve.
You got to win by 2.
Good serve by Emery. Free ball to Plattsburgh. They're going to set up Harrigan in the middle. And that's off the block and down. Big swing by Harrigan. I tell you right now, Foxy, they are looking for her when they need it. We have timeout Beekmantown. Trailing 24-25 in set 3. Nothing but strategy in both these coaches' minds now. Hey, Coach Barcombe in the stands. He may not be coaching, but he's never far away from volleyball. All right, we are time in. We have Plattsburgh leading 25-24 in set 3 with Emery to serve. Good serve by Emery. Beekmantown on the attack. Free ball. Oh, good attack by Cummings. Plattsburgh looking to set some up. They want to go to Gist, and that's just out. Just too tough of a pass by McCauley on that one. It didn't give Gist anything to work with. Side out to Beekmantown. We are tied at 25. Katowski to serve.
Substitution number 10,
And Katowski's been an effective server, as most of Beekmantown servers have been. Good serve by Katowski. Plattsburgh on the attack. Gonna go outside to Harrigan. Harrigan with a dump. Oh! Cummings just couldn't resist. She thought she could bump it up, but it actually took it away from Lapham, who was in perfect position. I think Cummings couldn't know that, but that was just a reflex.
Boy, this is tough to come off the bench.
It is.
Phillips.
And serve, yeah. Phillips to serve. A free ball over. Plattsburgh with a dump. It's going to give Beekmantown an attack. Good cover by Plattsburgh. Oh, and that drops in. And Plattsburgh pulls out set 3, 27-25. The Foxy were in. It's set 4. Plattsburgh taking set 3 to take a 2-1 lead in sets. Something that Beekmantown has only seen one other time this year, and that was by this very same Plattsburgh team. We have Barnes to serve for Plattsburgh to start set 4, or for Beekmantown, excuse me. Plattsburgh on the attack, going middle of Gist. Gist with a big hit. Side out to Plattsburgh. Emery to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown looking to set up. Lapham's going outside to Cummings. Oh, nice play by Plattsburgh to get that big hit of Cummings. Cummings again, not getting that one. Good block on the first one. And actually, your better hitters don't like the ball set too tight to the net. It gives the blocker a better angle. That time, Cummings was about 3 to 4 feet off the net, and the blockers had no angle on it. Here's Katowski for Beekmantown. Plattsburgh on attack. Here's a free ball over to Beekmantown. And that's going to be back row attack, I believe, was the signal. That was a back row attack by Plattsburgh, point Beekmantown. Yes, with a big hit. Lapham keeps it in. Free ball over. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going to go outside to Harrigan. Harrigan down the line, off the block. Going back, nope. Going to Kluke. Plattsburgh setting up. Oh, big hit by Harrigan. Harrigan seeming to come on here, swinging a little more authority.
Nice to see Elizabeth Tregan on the sidelines,
Yep.
Plattsburgh assistant coach. She played volleyball at Nazareth College.
Yes, she did. Lapham setting Cummings up. Big hit by Cummings.
And remember when she teamed up with Katrina Staves for PHS?
Along with Bazile.
Oh, well, and she and Katrina were like the lefty-righty combo there.
Yep.
She was the Randy Johnson of volleyball.
Yeah. All right, Beekmantown with the serve. Cookie to serve, leading 3-2. Plattsburgh on the attack, going middle of Harrigan. And that's a little long. There is no doubt in my mind, Bacali, when she can, is looking to go to number 12 here. Cookie to serve. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going out to Hoops. Hoops with a big hit. And again, with Harrigan becoming a little more effective, Beekmantown now has to split their attention between Hoops and Harrigan. That's the advantage if you have a couple of girls up front that swing like that. Fisher to serve. Plattsburgh trailing 3-4. Oh, good serve. That's going to be over, I think. Nice play by Gift. Or, excuse me, Harrigan. Cummings with a big hit. Cummings to serve. Cummings a good server. Plattsburgh on the attack. Harrigan with a hit. Nice play by Cummings. Be a free ball over. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Nice play by Hoops. Oh, little too tight to the net for Sponable to make that play. Not much else she could do though.
And then the other Plattsburgh coach, Jody Flynn Emery, never lost in high school. She played volleyball at Mount Assumption Institute. They never lost, 4 years, never lost a volleyball.
Very good team through those years. Lapham dumps it. Plattsburgh covered that one. Hoops to the attack. Beekmantown with a free ball. Going to go outside to Emery. Emery with a dump. And she finds the opening. Emery has dumped that ball at real tight angles several times, and it's been very effective. Revenue to serve. We're tied at 5. Beekmantown. Oh, nice play by Cummings. Oh, nice try right there. Lucia's first pass didn't go anywhere, and Cummings made a nice effort. Revenue serving for Plattsburgh. Nice serve by Revenue. This will probably be a free ball over. Plattsburgh on the attack, going middle of Hoops. Nice play right there. Plattsburgh on the attack. Going to set Emery up outside. And that's going to be 2. Emery went to dump it, but didn't get it clean off both hands. And we have Lapham serving for Beekmantown, and we're tied at 6. Good serve by Lapham. That's going to be deep. Again, they may get a little carried away with that concept of dumping it deep. It is there some of the time, but they can get a little over-focused on it. Nice serve by Lapham. Free ball here by Plattsburgh. Oh, tough play. Lapham sets up Lucia. Oh, tough one right there by, hard hit by Lucia. Beekmantown crawls ahead 8-6. Lapham to serve. Good serve by Lapham. Going to set up Hoops. Off the block. Beekmantown will have a free ball. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going middle to Hoops. Oh, big hit by Hoops. And he's got Beekmantown in the net. I believe it was number 2. Spottable. Probably attempting to try to make that block. Side out to Plattsburgh. Trailing 7-8, hoops to serve. Beekmantown on the attack, going outside to Katowski. Free ball here, going middle to Gist. Gist with a big hit. Oh. A lot of pressure right there on that hit. And we are tied at 8 in set 4. Hoops to serve. Oh, it made it over. That was one of those net crawlers. Not quite a Spider-Man, but close to it. Hoop serving for Plattsburgh here in set 4. Ooh, it's a floater. Play by Cummings. Lapham sets up. There's going to be a dump by Lusa. Little too tight. Off the block, I mean. And out. Point, Beekmantown. Momon in to serve. We're tied at 9. Serve by Momon, Plattsburgh on attack, going to go middle to Gist. Plattsburgh scrambling, going to play a free ball over. Beekmantown on the attack, going middle of Spawnable. Spawnable with an effective attack. Beekmantown takes a 10-9 lead. Momont to serve. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going outside to Emery. Nice play to get that up. Free ball here. Beekmantown going outside. Nice play by Ribideau. Emery going cross court again like she has. Cookie off the block. This will be a free ball over. Beekmantown probably will play a free ball here. Oh, a little too strong. That gives coaches fits sometimes when you're simply playing a free ball over to keep it in play and you hit it long. We have Bacali to serve for Plattsburgh. We are tied at 10. And caught the line. Little late communication there, made it tough for Momont. Bacali to serve. Beekmantown going to Spawnable. And that's in. Good attack by Spawnable. And the ever deadly Barnes to serve for Beekmantown. Tied at 11. And this will lead to a free ball. Beekmantown setting up. Cummings. Blocked by Gist on that one. Going to go outside to Gist. Oh, and off the block and down. A couple of big hitters going at one another.
What a battle all day. A battle all day.
Emery to serve for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown. Let's set up Cummings outside. Little tight. Oh, off the block. Little tight to the net on that. Cummings made a nice play to dump it.
Plattsburgh Beekmantown dominated the first set. The next two have been real battle.
Very
real
tight.
Battle.
This is Katowski serving for Beekmantown. And that's going to be 2. Paulie was a little bit off balance there. It came off one hand and the other. Good draw by official O'Connell. Katowski. And that's all. Again, that's one of those floaters that just take off. We have Phillips in for Plattsburgh to serve, and we are tied at 13. Good serve by Phillips. Beekmantown on the attack, going outside to Cummings. Oh, good block. Great block in there. And they actually covered it relatively well. He just couldn't get it up. Actually, that was a double block. Good. Oh, going to call out a carry. Plattsburgh sneaks out to a 15-13 lead. Nice serve. This will be a free ball. Plattsburgh on the attack. Oops. Good block by Cummings. Good cover by McMahon. No. Too tight to the net. They couldn't get it out of it.
Section 7 Class B Volleyball Finals, Beekmantown and Plattsburgh. Who else?
Back and forth. Back and forth. And we have Kluke to serve for Beekmantown, trailing 14-15. Plattsburgh going to set up here. No, going outside the hoops. Off the block. Good cover. Beekmantown wants to go to Cummings. Little tight. Nice cover right there. Going to go middle of Harrigan. Nice play by Lapham to keep that alive. Free ball over. Plattsburgh on the attack, going outside the hoops. Hoops with a big hit. And again, whoever had the first chance to play something other than a free ball took advantage of it. And that time it was Plattsburgh. Fisher with a serve. Beekmantown with a free ball over. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Going to go outside the hoops. Hoops with a big hit. Nice play by Barnes. This will be a free ball though. Plattsburgh's looking to take advantage of this. Going to go middle to Harrigan. Nice play by Kluke. Nice tip by Lapham. Free ball by Plattsburgh. Beekmantown wants to set up Cummings. Oh, nice dump by Lapham.
Boy, Lapham is good at that little. Looks one way, hits it the other.
Yep. And they got to respect Cummings, and they're getting ready for her attack. And like I said, Lapham looks through the net, sees the opening. Cummings with a serve. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Here's a free ball. Beekmantown is going to set up Spawnable. And that's a little long. Rabidou to serve for Plattsburgh, leading 17-15. Beekmantown looking to set up. There's a dump. Gonna go middle to hoops. Oh, nice play. Nice play to get that up. Good cover by Beekmantown. Plattsburgh going to set up hoops again. Nice play by Cummings. Good pass. Lucia with a play. Tight one right there. Free ball by Emery. Beekmantown going to set up Lucia. And that just caught the back line. I tell you what, Foxy, there is nothing coming easy here. Save your coupons because you're getting no sales right now, I tell you that. You're paying full price for every point. No double stamps, no nothing, no 2-for-1s. Free ball, great hustle by Plattsburgh. Beekmantown going to set up Lucia. Good cover by Gist. Free ball. Oh, what a tight angle by Emery. Beekmantown, oh, just into the net. I tell you what, I don't know if Emery comes to the gym late and practices that, but that angle she's taking is extremely critical.
And then Rabidou almost ran to the locker room to save one.
I think she was over by Ruger Street or something. Hoops to serve. Beekmantown probably set up a free ball. Oh, off the block. And that's a rare miscue by Beekmantown. And Coach Heileman wants to talk it over and get their composure in set 4 with Plattsburgh leading 19-16. We had time in. It is set 4. It is 19-16 Plattsburgh with hoops to serve. Oh, big serve by Hoops. We'll have a free ball over here by Beekmantown, which will put Plattsburgh on the attack. And they're going to go middle to Gist. Gist with a big hit. Nice play by Lucia. Plattsburgh setting up. Free ball. Oh, in front of the defense. That again, a rare miscue. You don't see that too often. There aren't too many soft balls that hit the floor on Beekmantown's side.
The Hornets have their stingers out and they're licking their chops. You can bet they don't want to go to the 5th set.
Hoops to the serve. Free ball over. Plattsburgh looking to set up. Gibbs, well, big hit. And wide. Nice drive by Cummings. But sometimes when a ball's hit that hard, it's tough to direct it. Plattsburgh has snuck out to a 21-16 lead. Hoops to serve. A floater. Beekmantown wants to set up. Lucia. And that's a little tight. This is no man's land for Beekmantown right now. Hoops with a serve. Good serve by Hoops. Nice pass. Going to set up Sponable. Sponable with a good attack. Momont in to serve. And Momont's been a very good server for Beekmantown. I don't remember a service error. Beekmantown trails 17-22. Good serve by Momont. Plattsburgh on the attack. Emery. Oh, tight to the net. There's a dump. This will be a free ball. Oh, nice play by Giss. I think that little bit of elevation had Beekmantown thinking it was going to be a hit. And we're going to have a timeout here on Beekmantown with Plattsburgh leading 23-17 in set 4. Foxy, we're back in. It's set 4. It's Plattsburgh 23, Beekmantown 17. McCauley to serve. Beekmantown looking to set up. There's a dump. Plattsburgh covers. Going to go middle to Gist. Nice play by Momont. Oh, we have someone into the net. It is, I didn't see, but it was a Beekmantown player in the net. We have possible, and I said possible, match point, serving 17. McCauley's going to set up Gist, and that's going to be long. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure Coach McMillan wants her to be offensive-minded. And now, who else would you want to serve? There is nobody else Beekmantown wants serving right now than number 20.
24-18.
They're going outside to Gist. Gist with a dump. And that's out. And that's set 4. And that is the Class B championship to Plattsburgh High School. Foxy, the unlikely in most cases, except when these two teams get together. The unlikely happened, but when it's Plattsburgh Beekmantown, this is the likely.
Absolutely. And again, that alternating years for the Section 7 Class B championship between these two schools.
When one team comes in favored, it just seems like the other team gets more inspired, gets more focused. and I take nothing away from Beekmantown. They had a tremendous season. I mean, just a tremendous season. Plattsburgh was a team that continued to build and continue to improve and make adjustments. I think the addition of assistant coach Tregan, Coach McMillan will say helped. And here they take the Class B finals, 3 games to 1. All of the games were just very, very tight. Game 1 wasn't so tight. But even though this was 25-18 in Game 4, you always had a sense that Beekmantown was 1 or 2 plays away from being right back in it.
Let's recap the 5 sets.
Well, Game 1 started out Beekmantown on a roll and on fire, winning 25-14. Games 2 and 3 were identical, with Plattsburgh winning 27-25 in great games. And Game 4 was sort of an odd game because Plattsburgh just sort of snuck ahead late with nothing really to point out what momentum shifted, but the lead just creeped into 5, 6, 7 points, and then they traded points and ultimately won 25-18.
Thanks to Pete McMillan for his work as play-by-play. Pete, we always have a great time. This was no different.
Foxy, if I spend any more time with you, I'm going to claim you on my tax form.
Right.
So that sends Plattsburgh to the winter regional championship. That'll be held at Beekmantown next Saturday, along with NAC representing Section 7.
Now presentation for Plattsburgh High School.
The introduction of the Plattsburgh High School players. Ashley Menard.
Number 3, Whitney Bracali.
Whitney Bracali.
Number 4,
Courtney Hemingway.
Number 5, Ashley Rebedew.
Ashley Rebedew.
Number 6, Kayla Hoops.
Kayla Hoops.
Number 7, Jenny Phillips.
Jenny Phillips.
Number 8, Rochelle Giss.
Rochelle Giss.
Number 9, Laura Wadrago.
Laura Wadrago.
Number 10, Taylor McMahon.
Taylor McMahon.
Number 12, Olivia Harrigan.
Olivia Harrigan.
Number 14, Hillary Miller.
Hillary Miller.
Number 16, Hannah Emery.
Hannah Emery.
Number 17, Harley Fisher.
And number 17, Carly Fisher.
Class B, Section 7 champions, the Plattsburgh Hornet.
Joanne Johnson with the presentation. She's a coach at Saranac. An outstanding season for Beekmantown Central School. An outstanding season. And they went undefeated through the CVAC season. And very difficult to go all the way undefeated. And no matter how far you advance and play, the last, unless you're the all-time champs, overall champs of everything, the last game you play is going to be a loss. And a great season for Beekmantown Central. Plattsburgh High School, your Section 7 Class B champions, winning 3 games to 1, 3 sets to 1. Congratulations to Coach Vicki McMillan, another sectional title for the coach. Thanks to Pete McMillan for his play-by-play call. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network, saying as always, good night, North Country!